So we got this, we bought a new chopper this last winter, that FP230, and it came with a corn head. And it's actually a 824 corn head. But the deal is that it's set up for wide rows, and if you remember, we switched to narrow rows a few years back, 30-inch rows. And obviously this head was set up for narrow rows at one point. You can see it's been adjusted out. Be nice if it was adjusted in. So that's the goal here. We're gonna try to adjust everything in on the head. I'm thinking that since it was done once, hopefully everything's at least halfway free on it. Just have never done it, so don't quite know what all to do, but I guess we'll go by the template of whatever was moved before will probably have to be moved again. So we'll see how it goes. We're going to start loosening up all the tin work here, where everything had slid, all the bolts on that. And then for sure underneath, on the back side here, there's a couple bolts in the middle that will have to be adjusted right there, that hold the outside rows in to different positions, different holes. And we'll see how everything goes here. It's definitely not going to be a straightforward, easy process, but you can see there's different positions there, and so we're going to do the best we can here. I'm going to just start loosening bolts up and try to get things adjusted. All right, so we tilted it up on its back, made it a lot easier to get to everything. We still don't have anything moved yet, but I just loosened these bolts up right here. This one down here seems to be holding everything together right now. Loosened these two right here on the bottom. See where we're at there. And we went down and loosened up all the tin work in the middle. So right there, right, oh, you can't see it right there. Right there, right there, right there, there, right there. And we loosen this bolt up here that holds that front and middle. It's just loose. It's got a slotted hole. Same on this side. And loosen these bolts up down here on the bottom. They seem to kind of hold everything. And then we took these bolts in the middle mostly out. This one here is basically holding everything with that piece of tin right now. Got these loosened up. They're gonna have to come out in order to adjust it. You can see where it was before, but we're gonna just try this side over here first. The this outside one first. Or I guess it's the inside one, I guess. Closest to where it hooks up to the chopper. I just wanted to show you kind of how loose everything is right now. Just flopped it, sitting away from the whole bracket. So we're gonna try to, I'm gonna put a ratchet strap around the side here to kind of hold everything, because it's just me doing this. If you have a helper, that would be a lot easier, but we're gonna put a ratchet strap on just to hold it so it doesn't fall out when I take the bolts out. All right, so we took this bolt out here, and you can just see how floppy this right side is, or the inside one is right now. We're gonna try to adjust it in now using that ratchet strap I threw on there. So another use for a ratchet strap, we're narrowing up this corn head. And you can see that this ratchet strap's been repaired before, because it's not patriotic. Not supposed to be anyway. Blue and red together, it should be all red. But got cut at some point because we use them quite a bit. Okay, so a little bit of a tricky thing. There was there's two holes actually in the row unit itself. And so you got to move that bolt to the other hole, but then it does line up. So we got this side loosened up here. We'll just see. Oh yeah. Now it's completely free here. So this side we'll measure, but I think we only got to, judging by the old holes, we only have to move it just a little bit. This one just needs to go in this position, I would guess, judging by the old rust spot, but we'll measure. So we tightened up the bolts here that hold the actual row units in place, and it changed how tight the chains are, so we got to tighten those up. And you can see there's just a bolt that holds the sprocket on that needs to be loosened, and then there's a tensioner. I'm not sure, we might have to take a link out because looks like there's not a lot of tensioning space left there, but it's the same on the inside and on the outside, so they'll all have to be tightened up here. And we're going to work on the outside ones first. That one and this one. So we actually took the tin work off the middle here because that's the best way to get to these tensioners for the middle chains. And I should have done that to begin with. It's real easy. There's just one bolt here, and then loosen up those 2 bolts on the bottom, and that piece of middle tin comes off. Makes it a lot easier to see what's going on here. But these are the tensioners for the inside chains that are way too loose from the adjusting of the corn head here. Okay, so we got it all put back together, tightened the bolts up all the way down the inside, tightened up all the bolts on the brackets that hold the row units, and we're just going to double check, see where we're at here. Yeah, right on 30 inches, 30 and a half or so, which is good enough. So here we are, should be all ready to go. Took me 2 hours about to do it by myself to narrow it up. And I would say it would take very similar to that to widen it out. Just make sure you loosen the chains up first, because otherwise it's going to be real hard to move it. It'd be something that would be a little bit tricky. So anyway, we should be ready to go. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button below. And if you want to see more videos like this come up in your feed, please subscribe to our channel. And if you want to find out when our next video comes out every week, hit that notification bell below, and that'll send you a notification when our next video comes out, which we try to send them out every week. Thanks a lot for learning more about our farm, and we sure appreciate it.